Howdy folks, Meandering Mike in the Man Cave of Madness. We're doing a little organizing here. Sorry for the shakiness. I'm doing this by hand. I don't have a tripod with me. I don't even have my mini tripod uses holder. So this is a set of Kallax clones where I've got one against the wall here, one coming out here. This is forming a partial barrier. So there's bookcases and hutch here. Around that way is the kitchenette and the door to the outside onto the deck. All right, so what I'm doing here is there's this bit of wall space. So these Kallax part here is about, what is that, 16 inches deep, I think. And this is just about, 12 inches deep. And so what I'm going to do here is I've got one of those corner shelving pieces it's got, two sides and rounded open. This one isn't actually round like the quarter round. It's a little more kind of oblong and towards like 9 inches one way and 12 the other. So I think I'll have like the 9 inches here and the 12 out to here. I got two of them. So I'll be stacking them and of course anchoring them to the wall in here. You got to anchor these puppies here. This case here, I actually have these anchored to each other, and extra anchoring here to keep these on top. So there's similar on the opposite side here. And then there's up, sorry for the shine, but up behind there's anchored to that little wall part there, and an anchor up back there. So even though you don't see an anchor along here, this is anchored and that's anchored at the top. But I really should put one of those things along here, so I'll probably do that, or maybe put it behind here. So this is what our plan is here. Obviously I need to move this crap out down here. A little Temple of Elemental Evil down there from the Goodman Game stuff. But yeah, so got one of those built, need to build the other one, get it in here, fasten it to the wall, put the other one on top, fasten it, and then not quite sure what I'm going to put there. The shelves are not tall enough to put these on here. So these are cardboard magazine holders, and I trimmed them down at the top so they're just above the 8.5 by 11 of a typical US size magazine, and that will not, one of these will just barely not fit onto those shelves, unfortunately. So I could put it on the very top, but so I was hoping to put like these on there, but I'll have to basically probably put smaller factor games. So let's see if I have some things here to, potentially little games, the Ziplocs. I could put little like shoebox type holders, not actual shoebox, but or games of this size, because your typical, obviously, boxes is not going to fit. See, do I have any of those? I'm trying to. I could just put all this. This is my Napoleon selection all along here. That's other stuff, moments in history, but Napoleon goes all the way down. There's some stacks of Napoleon here and here. So obviously I really need to move out some of this stuff and get more Napoleon in here. And unfortunately I really won't be able to put them there because of the sizes, but we'll figure that out, what ends up going here. So we will return once we're fastening these in place and start show you what we've done organizationally here. Got to keep making progress in the Man Cave of Madness, because I'm embarrassed to we're just carefully showing you stuff. There's all this hints at junk there, you know. We have way too much stuff. We're trying to figure out how to organize this. So some of this stuff, like, wow, that looks organized, but I'll tell you, in the totality, it's a mess. So we'll be back. All right, so we have the first one in here. So like I said, it's sticking over a little here. It's not going to go totally. We don't want to lash it to here because, you know, between the carpet and these things aren't perfect. This is, you know, sitting straightish. We gotta, well, so you probably won't hear because the other one needs to lie on the top of it. So we'll probably strap this here somewhere. These things. These are actually a plastic with a hingy part here. Since this isn't super duper, I can't support a lot of weight. This should be fine for just holding it in place. These other ones are, you know, metal. So yeah, let's do that. Let's get it fastened. All right, so here's this little plastic L bracket. Unfortunately, this screw was relatively deep and, you know, goes in there fine. Normally that would go in the wall. And this screw is exceedingly short. I would like a deeper one, but now the intention was to put another one of those over here, but this here is a rounded, like, metal corner piece, a formed piece. And so where this would be here, I can't screw into that. I had that problem back up there with that when I was trying to fashion back there. So I had to do some stuff to make that work. So what I'm going to do here is, you know, I'll get the next one on top, and I'll be able to take sorry for going so fast, a piece like this that I have. I've got a bunch of these kind of L brackets and straight bracket kits. Okay, sorry for not going too fast. And I'll put one here to anchor these two together. All right, and so when I put this here, I'll have the two of these. Now what I'm probably going to do, I'm actually going to put, when this one's here, but put another one of these right here. And the reason is, well, don't you only really need to do the middle or the top? Like here, I used the two here. I put one here, since I couldn't use this one here to make this more sturdy. But with these two fastened, this, in an earthquake, is what we're worried about, this could kind of skate off. And if we only have it anchored up near the top, the bottom could leverage, teeter out, and pull it off. So by anchoring it here, and then anchoring it near the top, and then I can use my L brackets. This top shelf, when I get the other one on top, there'll be one up here that I can fasten in here, and I can fasten to the middle of this wall that's nice and hollow, as opposed to near the corner. All right, so I'll have the bottom of this fastened to this, the bottom of this fastened to the thing on top. All right, and then I'll have, you know, a fastening here, 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 and there, and that should be adequate. So that's my goal. Safety. I mean, we're in the Pacific Northwest. We do not have earthquakes often, but when we do, we've had some doozies. So better safe than sorry. All right, I'll be back once the top one is fastened in. So here is the next one on top of the first one. Now, if you're really observant, you'll notice that something was different. That's the clearish, whitish plastic. And there, I just quickly covered it up with black Sharpie. I'm not going to black paint it. I'll go over it a little more, a little nicer. But from a distance, you can't tell. It helps disguise that. So So I'll do that to cover these up. Now, so the plan, like I mentioned, was to put a straight piece here to attach the bottom to the top. Now, I can't find my flat stuff. I have my L brackets, my metal L brackets, but not my flat pieces. So I'll need to find those. So I'll go ahead and I'll do the other one of those that come with this second one here, and up here at the top. And then I'll go ahead and put L brackets in that way and that way. So there will be no fastening to this here. I might try to do a little test drill to see if it's far enough away from there. But it may be. Well, the thing is, those L brackets would be coming out like this, so it's where it would be attaching there. So, all right, so let me get in that guy, and the L brackets against those walls. And then I won't be able to do this here until I find my straight guys. All right, so these were the first two original pieces, the black one for the bottom. So I put the top one right here next to it. So you can see, again, this is the colored with the Sharpie. This isn't colored yet. And then the second one of these I put here midstream. It's sort of the closest shelf to the stacked units. Okay. So these two are strapped right where these two guys are. Something here. And then you can see right there, I put an L bracket and back in that corner there. So this one back in that corner there, I had to use a drywall anchor. And I want to mention something. If you get drywall anchors, they come in a variety of screw sizes. Try to get the right size. But what was so great about this one here was this came with this drill bit that is just the right size. You want one that's going to make a snug fit for these plastic drywall. Not too big, not too small. You don't want to, ram it in there where it's too tight and it's going to damage the plastic piece. You don't want it too loose because it's not going to grip. So this was great that this came with the screw. And here's my set of L brackets that come with the wood screws here. Now, so like I mentioned, I want to put a flat piece right here that's similar to here. I'm trying to move over it relatively slowly. Just like this one here. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do there. I gotta find those. I'm still looking for that. It's around here somewhere. The problem with my organization, in places I have great organization, and in other places I don't. So this is therefore now done until I get that side piece. I don't want to forget it. That'll just give me a little more confident that this bottom piece is latched in a little better here. And then of course I'll go ahead with the Sharpie and color these 3 bits there. And voila, we have a new corner. Not quite round. It's not exactly like a quarter circle. It's longer this way than this way, but this gives us more storage. Again, it's not going to fit. You can't fit a full 12 inches in there, but we'll figure out the right things to do there. So taking advantage of the storage spots that we got, cram it on in there. All right, so this has been a Meandering Mike, meandering through the handyman stuff. They're taking advantage of the space we got to organize the man cave. So this will help me take care of my games so they can take care of me. And so you take care of your games. so they'll take care of you. Ciao, y'all.